morning everyone, and happy start to a new weekly vlog. So obviously it's Sunday. I got my team gear on, my Seahawks gear. I'm about to heat up some leftover biscuits and gravy, and I'm also about to have some of this new coffee that we got, that we showed on last week's vlog, and I cannot wait for this. Look at this breakfast. Bacon, and I have the coffee. This looks like a fantastic breakfast to me. Look who's home.
Me.
And look who's here.
Me.
And look what we have. We have dinner made. Amanda and I worked on a country fried steak with gravy. We have
Omaha.
Yeah, from Omaha. And we have the, what are the potatoes? They're the red
Oven
reds, and they're really good. Of course, gravy and carrots with honey and butter. Alright, so just to catch you guys up, we went out to McDonald's and got some McFlurries and sundaes. Then we came back and just kind of relaxed and watched one of the episodes of the Animal Kingdom documentary series. This time we learned a little bit more about the tigers, a little bit more about the mandrill monkeys, and the spotted hyenas. Is that right? Yeah, spotted hyenas. So this series is actually really cool, and it's on Disney Plus. So if you can and you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest watching it, because you're going to learn so much about the safari that you never knew. But I'm going to head to bed now. Tomorrow I am hopefully going to get a haircut, and they'll have an appointment or have availability for me, and I'm going to do some editing tomorrow. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everyone, and happy Monday. I've started the morning off right with an everything bagel. Well, the thin everything bagels, but also have bacon, some Swiss cheese, and eggs. It looks fantastic. And I am having that coffee again because it's just so good. And I'm using my Black Spire Outpost cup. So as you guys probably know, we're getting a little bit of a tropical storm coming through. It hasn't really hit us yet, but we are getting some of the bands. Oh my gosh.
Never mind. Poor cushions.
It literally got worse as soon as she stood out there.
I mean, they're meant to be outside.
Yeah, we were just trying to like help from them puddling up. But it's pretty bad right now. I just went and got my haircut, and it was actually sunny, and now this, 30 minutes later. We're just hanging out now, playing some Mario Kart, something that we haven't played since quarantine. And Madison's been playing with us. You been doing a good job?
No.
We just played Rainbow Road, and if you guys remember Rainbow Road, it's basically the hardest course on the game. I also got a haircut, so no more long hair, thankfully. We're also drinking coffee and just warming it up. Amanda has her Christmas tree, I about to say Christmas tree blend, but Christmas tea. But yeah, it's been a good morning so far. Okay, now it's time to get in the Christmas spirit. We're watching the new animated Grinch movie. Alright, so we went over to one of our friends' house for dinner tonight. We had hot dogs. It was really nice. And then we came back home, and we've been watching the SNL skits of the Californians. It's one of our favorites ever, so if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want a good laugh, search up the Californians, Saturday Night Live, and it won't disappoint. And yeah, that's about it for today. Not much of a day. Just kind of hung out and relaxed. It was kind of nice though, just to kind of have the day together and just do nothing, but also we had fun. We played like the Wii and some other fun things like that. So overall it was a good day. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning everyone, and happy Tuesday. Can't believe it's already Tuesday this week, and it's already November. It's crazy, it's just flying by. But I'm about to start my breakfast off with these everything bagels. Well, they're actually bagel thins. And Amanda does not like the bagel thins, but I don't mind them. They're not too bad. A little less fattening for you, so I'll do that. And I'm going to make this coffee. I got my little lap cat here. While I was editing just a moment ago, I set the computer down to go use the restroom, and before I could even grab the computer back, he came and hopped straight up onto my lap. So I guess now it's time to procrastinate for just a little bit with Maui. So to catch you guys up on a little bit of what I've been doing today, I did go out and I got my car washed, and that's because I'm trying to get it sold right now. It's still runs, but there's a lot of issues that we've had with it as far as some things here and there, and it's just old, and I'm really going to try to look for a new car. And so I was trying to get that all cleaned up and ready to be sold. And I've been making dinner for us. I've been reheating the eggplant parmesan that we've had in the freezer for a little bit. And I just got a text from Amanda, and she said, oh no, I just remembered another Halloween thing we left out. And this is funny because every season, it's mostly Halloween, but every season we forget like something that we left out for, and we'll forget it for like a while, a couple weeks past the date. Well, today she just remembered, and it was these guys. These basically what they are is for wine bottles. It's like wine bottle wrappers, and it makes them cute for the Halloween season. So we forgot those. That should be it though. That should be it. So dinner's finished. I've finished reheating basically, and it looks good. And welcome home.
Thank you.
Excited to be home. So we made some popcorn. It's almost gone now. It's not even time for the Bachelor. We have about 3 minutes left. And we might have to make some more popcorn or apple slices and caramel in a little bit. It might sound good. But yeah, it's time for the Bachelorette again. Let's hope it's not as bad as it has
It'll be
been.
good. We have Tasha.
We'll see.
It'll be good.
We'll see. So we just finished the episode of the Bachelorette. And this one was really good. And there's some... I feel like this season's going to turn around. Like Claire seems... Or not Claire, but...
Tasha.
Tasha. That's her name. Woof. Tasha seems like a really nice person. I think it's going to work out well. And what are you doing?
Trying to figure out what Christmas shirt I'm going to wear tomorrow.
There's 2 boxes over there. Christmas clothing. All Amanda's, except maybe one sweater of mine.
No, there's a shirt and then pajama pants that are yours.
Okay, so a couple things. But we're going to Magic Kingdom tomorrow. And the Christmas decorations are up.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. So we got to be all festive, right?
Of course.
Amanda's trying to decide which light-up shirt she wants to wear tomorrow. Right?
I only have 2 Christmas light-up shirts.
Until you dig through there and find out you have more.
Well, most of my shirts jingle, actually.
That's true. They jingle. They do jingle. But once you pick out your clothes, I think we're going to head to bed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably like 2 hours when she figures out what she's going to wear. But we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning and happy Wednesday from the beautiful Magic Kingdom. And of course they got Christmas decorations up and it looks fantastic. Ah, the best time to be in Disney. Besides fall. Look how elegant Town Hall looks with the Christmas decorations. We were just talking about how pretty it looks. And then get to the beautiful Christmas tree. All the toy soldiers out. What else I just noticed by the tree? I'll zoom in a little bit more for you guys to see, but it's the Lily Bell. There's some really nice Christmas shirts. Alright, so I don't know how new this is, but just put it this way, I haven't seen it before. And it's an interactive group.
Response to 20 spoken phrases with sounds, music, and movement.
That's so cool.
$60.
That's worth it.
And they have a Bluetooth speaker that you can dance.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a Christmas present and a half. So we're walking down Main Street, obviously, and I don't know if you guys can hear the song playing, but we heard this a lot in Disneyland. And also, I don't know if we told you, we were supposed to go to Disneyland today. Today we were supposed to be boarding a flight. It was going to be our first anniversary trip. And it didn't work out. Obviously, Disneyland's still closed, so it's really sad. But it is nice being here, experiencing Christmas at Magic Kingdom.
Makes the holidays so swell. From all of us to all of you. A very Merry Christmas. Howdy, folks. We're so glad you could make it to our party. It's swell to see you here. Don't you just love the holidays? I sure do. It's my favorite time of year. You can't be home sweet home for the holidays.
Oh, that was so magical. Felt so right seeing some of the Christmas parades, you know, coming down. The cavalcades, I should say. Also noticed on the ground, maybe I'm just oblivious, but they actually had dots on the parade route, on the walkways to where you're supposed to stand. You know, it doesn't always work out that way, but I thought it was at least interesting that it's there. So, again, I don't know if that's new.
They've always had it.
Have they always had it? Wow. Well, I've been oblivious then. Right, we're about to do Jingle Cruise. Jingle all the way. Look, even some of the queue has decorations. I like the tree that's wrapped up. Some more Christmas trees. Look at this tree. Cute and tropical. Also, I really enjoy how the Jingle Cruise, like in the queue, has the Christmas music. Like, that's a nice little touch. Look at all these Christmas decorations, all the lights, ornaments. Oh, it's so great. Look at the little sign over here. Let me zoom in. Jingle all the way, that's awesome. Oh, jungle all the way, oops.
Welcome to the world famous Jingle Cruise, where we are world famous for being famous all over the world.
Reindeer Ruby.
Holiday Rivers of the world, please remain fully seated at all times. Keep those hands, arms, feet, legs inside the boat. You're stored here on the Amazon. You know why the Amazon is Santa's favorite stop? Because he loves rain. Dear. Now, we've got a lot of bugs out this time of year. There are large ones on either side of the boat. Those are the humbugs. If you listen, you can hear their call. Yep, those are humbugs. Now, if you notice any itching, those would be the fleas, snobbies. Now, over here for passing in fall, and people often ask, why is that called Inspiration Fall? Well, if you stare into those rushing waters for long enough, it will inspire you to go. Caroling, jingle cruise, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a khaki boat today. Hey! See, you weren't feeling the inspiration. We're now on the Congo River, and that actually goes all the way to the North Pole. It's got its own ecosystem too, which I guess makes it self-sustaining. Wow, I can see what the villagers are getting this year. Canoe? Oh, it looks like someone else is getting an old dead tree. See, it's all wrapped up and even got a nice big boa on top. Oh no. Looks like my in-laws are visiting. Hey! Great to see you guys. Does that sound convincing at all? Do you know the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Well, we're now on the Nile, and I hate to tell you this, but our elephants were misbehaving this year, and they ended up on the naughty list. Even worse, they're in denial. Now, this one here is a pretty good singer, and he has a solo in the holiday play. But he's having a little trouble with the high note. Little flat, higher. Almost. We'll keep working on that. You'll get there. All the animals here get so excited for the holiday season. They usually celebrate together, like one big family. Now, if those in the front don't seem that excited now, just wait till the new year. It's fine. He's just pretending to be asleep in order to avoid talking to his extended family. I think that's a little rude, though. I mean, after all, at least they invited him to dinner. Wow. Some people go overboard with the decorating. Mr. Rhino, I usually just drink popcorn. I told him not to give him a fruitcake. Well, we've got a lot of plans for some very festive and appropriate names for the season. That's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid's Honor. Oh, and would anyone like to guess the name of that one? That's a fern. And up ahead, as you can all see behind me, is a beautiful glacier resting on top of a snow-covered hill. Oh, well, it has been a pretty warm winter. Quick, everybody, please, come on, please. Oh, man, that was close. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna zip the ball for folks I'm hauling. Well, one of my favorite things about this time of year are all the sales. Right now, you can get a really good deal on just about anything. Why, I just went to the Jungle Aviation Company, and I got that plane half off. You know, maybe I should be a little more specific with my wish list next year. That's not what I meant when I said I wanted hungry hippos. Hippos wiggle their ears to help keep warm. That helps to regulate their body temperature. Now, water can get pretty cold this time of year, and they'd hate to catch hypothermia. Well, no one throws a holiday party like these guys. They think of everything. They've even got 1, 2, 3, wait. Huh. Well, that's disappointing. I only see 3 drummers. I was told there would be 12 drummers drumming. Oh, no! Carolers! Don't fail me now! Quick, everybody! Throw something at them! They won't go until they get some! So, here it is. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. My right here is the 8th winner of the world! Well, we're now on the Mekong River in Cambodia, and I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think we're heading for trouble. You see, inside that ruin there is where a tiger lives, and he's been following us the whole way along the beach. You know how I know? He's got sandy claws. Don't worry, I think he's gonna leave us alone now. During the holidays, he usually hangs up his stocking. before he decided on reindeer, Santa used to use elephants to pull his sleigh. Unfortunately, the complaints of roof damage just got to be overwhelming, so he had to pick something else. Only downside to the switch is he lost a whole lot of trunk space. Now, the adult male elephants are known for their mighty tusks, so I guess you can say that all those baby elephants want for Christmas is their 2 trunk teeth. Uh-oh. Everyone, look out! Oh, I'm just kidding. That's just a little dry humor for you. Well, everyone, it looks like we've made it back to the Amazon. Now, the holidays just wouldn't be complete without a visit to see Trader Santa. He's a great person to see if you're trying to get a head start on your holiday shopping. In fact, he's got a special deal going on right now. 3 of his heads for just 1 of yours. Anyway, you slice or dice it, I guarantee you're gonna come out ahead. To now, though, supplies are shrinking. Well, everyone, we're approaching our return, so I hope you saved those receipts. Now, I gotta tell you, having all of you on board my boat today has really reminded me of what it's like to be surrounded by family this time of year. Yeah, except you guys seem happy, and no one made me sit at the kids' table, or asked me any awkward questions, like, why aren't you using your degree? So thank you for that. Also, thank you all so much for your presence here today. That's right, anything left on board the boat will be considered a present, you know, like cameras, cell phones, not your children, though. Those will be re-gifted to It's a Small World.
Look at the back of the castle. It looks so pretty. So we're getting a little hungry now, so we're stopping here, Sleeping Hollow Refreshments. So Madison and I both got the hand-dipped corn dogs with the house chips, and Amanda got the sweet and spicy chicken and waffles. Alright, the next ride of the day is going to be the carousel. Alright, we got the special row. And my horse, I'm higher than all you guys.
Alright, that's a big horsey.
I do. Madison got a little small horsey over there. Yeah. So why is this one a good one, Amanda? It's Cinderella's. It has a little golden bow on the tail, the tugging tail. So that's Cinderella's horse. That means I must have Prince Charming's horse. Yeah. Woo. So we just got to see a little bit of the Muppets, the new little Christmas skit that they had.
It's cute.
It was cute. I love the Muppets, and I really wish we wouldn't have lost their show here at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. But at least they brought it back for a little bit.
I was about to say, somewhat. We at least get to see them here at Magic Kingdom, which is still really great.
Yeah.
But it does look like it's about to storm, so I think we're going to start making our way out of here. winds.
Cats those are. They didn't even like move at all.
They're not even budging. So that is basically it for us here at Magic Kingdom. I know we didn't get to check out the lights. Oh, they just now lit up. But we are going to come back soon, very soon. And we're going to see all the Christmas decorations lit up at night. But overall, I had a really great day. What about you guys?
It was good.
Yeah, we did what we wanted. We didn't rush, and the lines really weren't that bad. We're going to head on out of here, and we'll see you guys once we get back home. We're home now, and for dinner, look what we're having. Nanina's, if it'll focus, there we go. So this is Nanina's, where we had our wedding at, not ceremony, but the reception. And they have a marinara sauce, and this is only sold in New Jersey. That's where we found it. So we're having that tonight with some meatballs and pasta. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Me too. So dinner is finished, and it looks great. Thank you. Have you tried it yet? What do you think of the sauce?
I haven't tried it yet.
Well, then you should try it.
It's hot.
We're gonna watch you.
No.
Any guesses on what we're watching? Oh yeah, Christmas Phineas and Ferb. Christmas Phineas and Ferb. We just finished Phineas and Ferb. If I can get it right. What are you singing over here? This. What are we about to watch? Well, we're about to watch Elf. So like I was saying, we just finished watching the Phineas and Ferb Christmas special, and that was awesome. And now we're going to watch Elf. We also all got dibs, which we haven't had in a while. And actually, to be honest, Amanda introduced me to dibs when we went to Disneyland on our honeymoon. So while we were out the parks, Amanda wanted to do face masks. So we're all doing one. I picked Ariel.
I got Aurora. I got Jasmine.
And what do they say? Like, what are each of ours?
So this one is infused with cucumber to cool, hydrate, and moisturize. It's called Soothing Cucumber, Jewel of the Sea. Mine is True Love's First Kiss with lavender, which is relaxing and calming on the skin. Relaxing lavender.
Madison, what is yours?
Mine's A Whole New World with antioxidants, green tea to refreshen and revitalize. Revitalize. Oh no!
Heyo!
This is creepy.
Heyo!
No. Wait, where's my mouth supposed to be? That goes right under your nose. So this part goes up.
Thank you, Deborah.
I'm pinching your face. I'm sorry. Yeah, that goes there.
Wow. You guys ready to go under the sea?
Yeah. Or experience a whole new world. Or sleep for the whole movie. I don't know.
Make it pink, make it blue?
Yeah.
Make it something in between, make it purple? Alright. That looks really creepy.
They're
when
very
up close.
big masks. Like the lip area, like this, the under nose area for all of us has gone in our mouth.
Look at our teeth.
This is very creepy.
Yeah. I don't even know. This is supposed to be above my lip, but it doesn't want to stay there.
I think I look beautiful.
You do look beautiful. Why does mine look like... I feel like I'm like Santa Claus.
You have to like press it in more.
Well, help. I'm really bad at this. It's so freaking cold. And I have a beard. It doesn't want to stick. See? Okay. Well, we'll take them off soon. We all took them off now. We feel pretty refreshed.
Yeah.
I feel like I could go run a marathon. I'm so awake. Not really. I'm still tired. But it actually did feel refreshing. It felt like really nice. Like...
Yeah.
Relaxing. Alright, it's getting closer to Christmas, and I have the Christmas elf here in all her glory. All her wrapping paper. literally
Tissue paper, ribbons, and bows.
literally everything you could even ask for.
Ah.
Oh, one day you'll get your own little wrapping station, right? So wrap away, Elf, wrap away.
I will.
You want to truly see Christmas Elf here? Look at this. Well, she spent about 15 minutes just trying to make this tiny little bow.
Just making a bow.
She literally made a bow out of a bow. I'm not joking. She had the big one was just one like small strip, and she like taped it down. Then you got another little small strip and made a circle bow out of it, and then you taped that down to make it a bow.
Hey, it's Christmas. Gotta go all out.
You literally, I mean, don't like when Amanda finishes wrapping, you basically don't even want to. You don't want to like tear into the wrapping because it looks so nice.
That's the best part.
You're crazy. I want to see it though. Finish it up.
I'm working on it.
All right, she finished.
I'm not super proud of it, but it's okay.
Do you see what I mean, guys? Like sometimes when I get gifts from her from Christmas, I literally see it. I'm like, thanks for the medium-sized box. I'm just gonna put it over here because you can't tear into this. I mean, she says she's not super proud of this, but to me, like, I could never do that. I could barely get the wrapping paper on, much less do bow stuff.
And this one's for my sister. She has special wrapping paper because she loves Beauty and the Beast.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Maui.
He said you got... Alright, do your magic, do your sorcery. Watch this, guys, because you're about to be blown up. Well, look at that.
Does that.
No one does this.
People do that all the time.
I've never seen this.
You've never seen it.
Well, I mean, I've seen it when you started doing it years ago, but, like, I've never seen it before that. And look at that. Went from being a straight line to, like, curlicues.
Curls.
That's insane.
It's ribbon. Magic.
And why did, like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to watch, and I just don't understand why the scissors actually do that. I guess maybe it's losing its integrity when you're doing, I don't know. Pretty, though. That basically does it for our day. It was a pretty good day overall.
Yeah.
Felt like we had a lot of fun. Going to Magic Kingdom was really nice.
It was nice. Yeah, we don't usually like go and like just stroll, so it was just kind of nice to do some things we don't usually do.
Yeah. Oh, I just remember what my favorite thing was earlier. We were talking on the way out what our favorite thing is, and Amanda said, you always ask everyone else first, and then you say like a combination of everyone else's favorites. But you know what my favorite was?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
I can't.
I wasn't even going to say that, but now that's another thing. So let me tell you a story real quick. When we were sitting down to eat at Sleepy Hollow, Madison and I were walking over there. Well, actually, yeah, we were both walking over there, and I feel birds kind of flying, so
You
I kind of...
sitting.
Was I sitting?
So
oh, maybe I
Madison
ducked.
went to go get napkins or something.
Yeah, that's right. She went to go get napkins, and these ducks flew over my head and flew right into Madison. I'm like, not just by her, not just hitting her.
This one duck, I'm going to do a dramatic reenactment here because I can't stop laughing about
Let's
this.
see
It was like... And, like,
it was literally
flapping at Madison and just trying
Yeah.
to like escape her, and like she had no idea what was happening.
She was like bracing. It was just flapping all over her face. Like it was a good
But she
like
walked
4
away
seconds.
so gracefully and just sat down at the table and went, "What the heck?"
But everyone else around her at the other tables went, "Oh, what?"
I couldn't stop laughing the whole time we were eating. I would just burst out in hysterical laughter.
I can't believe we
I feel
forgot
like
about it.
I just made like such direct eye contact with everything that was happening. I can't unsee it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be laughing about this for like months.
I really wish we would have caught it on camera.
Yeah, I wish we did.
One of
I
those
mean,
great moments.
It wasn't expected. She was just
No.
walking back to the table and she got attacked
Yeah.
by a bird.
So that happened. But well, that was one of my favorite parts. My favorite thing was seeing the Muppets again.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, I forgot that.
It was unfortunate that they don't like talk.
Yeah.
There were some like awkward silences. Like sometimes I think it's more people expect to take pictures, and then other times people expect like something to happen.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of time in between like each different Muppet coming out. I mean, for obvious reasons, but it was pretty cool.
It was really cool, and I'm glad they're at least there.
Yeah.
Overall, day was great.
It was good.
I'm really happy with it. We're about to head to bed now, right?
Yeah.
Sleepy time. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
It's Thursday the 12th. So it's been a busy morning for us so far. I've been working on selling my car, and today I finally sold it. So I've been working on getting all that stuff taken care of. I want to go show you guys the car, just so that way mostly, I mean, you can see what it was, but for our memory to look back on, and because the car has been with us since what, 2013? 14. We've had it since 2014, and it's been great. It's gotten us everywhere we need to go, but it's time to move on. So let's go see it. All right, here she is. She's had a lot of issues over the year. Like, look at this. I had to fill this in by myself. When you were coming back from a Disney trip, and there was something on the hood, so I was using one of the things to clean off the window with it. And I was trying to push a little bit harder to really get it clean, and I guess I used the end of it too much, and it literally scraped up my entire car. So I tried to get some stuff to cover it up, and it just didn't work out well. But you can also see like all the rust on the car over time. And to really show you all that's went through, like we even had to put Flex Seal in it. It's a crap job, but we did it because it was leaking in the back seat for a while. But that stopped that. But yeah, this was my baby, an 07 Dodge Caliber, and it did well. So here's the interior. I really liked how it had like the red accents, because not all of the Calibers did. And even here, well, it's getting really foggy. It's really humid outside. Yeah, so here's a better look at the interior since it was fogging up earlier. But I love the red accents and everything. It was really nice. Like I said, did its job, and we really enjoyed it. Even in the back seat, got some red accents as well on the seats. So yeah, this was the back of it. And this was falling off at one point back when we lived in Cookville. But like I said, sometimes you just need a car to do its purpose, and that's what this one did. So I'm gonna miss it. I always liked how like cool it looked, especially at the back. It always looked like a really cool car. But yeah. Also, while I was out today, look what I found. Christmas gingerbread cookies. Every year these get very, very hard to find, and for a good while I stopped seeing them. But these are phenomenal. And I love the gingerbread cookies, and I actually got these at like a local Family Dollar. So that's the only place I've seen them so far.
Maui, do you need to be doing that? It's tape.
It's so silly. Alright, let's catch you up on a little bit. We went to Disney Springs. We got a couple of things we'll show you in a little bit, because right now we're about to eat some Wendy's and watch, what is this again?
Love It or List It.
Love It or List It. Alright, we're about to head to bed, and I kind of want to apologize for today because I feel like it was very, like, flip-floppy, like, okay, hi, here's what happened, okay, bye. We kind of took the day to ourselves, really, and
yeah.
You know, we went to Disney Springs, and we haven't showed you what we got.
We just went to one store.
Yeah.
We were going for like specific things.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of tell you, just in case we forget to show you in the morning, because for nothing else, we, at least me, I'm pretty forgetful. Yeah. So tonight we went to the Christmas tree store, and I got a ornament that has Baby Groot on it. And he's tangled up in Christmas lights, and I thought that was the cutest thing ever that I've ever seen, because I love Christmas lights for Christmas, and you know, love the Guardians of the Galaxy. And they have, I want to say this is the 25th anniversary of Toy Story, so they have a little like 25th anniversary ornament that has the window scene with Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and Rex and Ham sitting in the window seal. So I got that because Toy Story is my favorite movie, and I just love it. I thought it was awesome, and it reminds me of Christmas too, because that's the scene with the whole like Christmas lights and Buzz gets knocked out of the window. And then what'd you get?
I got a Tiana's Palace ornament, so I think it's from the Storybook ornaments. Is that what they're called, the new ones?
Yes. No, sketch. It's like the sketchbook. Sketchbook, that's what it is.
So it's Tiana on the balcony, and it says Tiana's Palace, and she's wearing her dress from the last scene, And I really like it because I really, really love Tiana because she like works for everything that she wants. And that's just her with like her restaurant that she finally got to open. So I love that.
Yeah, it's really cute. And it's also a great deal because Disney has a deal right now. If you buy 3 ornaments, or at least up to 3, then they're $20 each.
3 or more ornaments.
3 or more ornaments, yeah. And
so it takes $5 off of each ornament.
Yeah, because the range is $22.99 to $24.99, and all the sketchbook ones were $24.99.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. And then we got a present for someone. And then I got a Christmas throw for my family because I know they'll just love it once they see it. That was about it, though. It's been a relaxing, not relaxing day, but it's been a great day together. We have some plans in the morning, so we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, and we just got back from grocery shopping, and Amanda has made us grilled cheeses. We have some American cheese and pepper jack in there, and then we have what's left of these little buffalo pretzel chips that we got, and they're so good. Look at this little sweet baby.
He's so cute.
He's been trying to search for the perfect spot on her lap for so long, and I think he finally got it.
Like I'm all scrunched up, and so he just like his butt is like on my chest.
Cute baby. Yeah, what's going on with yours?
There's too much stuffing in it.
Yeah, Amanda made us all breakfast crunch wraps. Noelle's here, Madison. I have a crunch wrap as well. We're about to watch in just a moment. Oh, and Maui, look at this. Look at that little baby. He's like, thanks. We're about to watch in just a moment Freaky, which came out today, and it's on Netflix. So we're actually watching Christmas with the Cranks right now because last minute switcheroo, Freaky went to theaters and not stayed to be on Netflix. I'm so mad. I know I was like a really bad sentence, but so that basically wraps it up for the night. The day's been kind of a hanging out day. I mean, we went shopping this morning, get some groceries, and then basically just hang out around the house, watch some TV. And then Noelle came over, and we all had the breakfast crunch wraps, which were great. And then we watched Christmas with the Cranks because Freaky really disappointed with the fact that it was supposed to come out, and I believe it was Netflix originally that was supposed to come out on, and then lo and behold, it's now in theaters. So I guess that was kind of a last minute decision and that we didn't keep up with. So that's kind of sad. But Christmas with the Cranks was good. Overall, it was a really good night. And tomorrow we have some fun stuff planned. Hopefully we get to do it. But we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Maui. What are you doing? You smelling the fresh air? Yeah, we moved this thing over because we're about to take a Christmas picture. I got my Christmas stuff on, you can see. And we're about to do a postcard picture so we can send out. No Christmas tree right now, but we just want to go ahead and get a jump start on that. So Amanda's getting, oh no, look at this. Amanda's getting his little hat. He's gonna hate it. But we're gonna take a time lapse because we're gonna hold on to him while we take pictures. So here's the time lapse. So you guys just saw, I don't think it was great because I think the camera was too close and it probably went really quick. But little Maui here, you had a little bit of a hard time, didn't you? He did behave. But he was not a fan. But Amanda is finishing up the Christmas cards right now. And I'd love to show you guys, but we also have family members who watch our vlogs. And this is a surprise to them, so they can see it whenever, we send it out. Okay, so I think it's time to talk about my time as a cast member at Galaxy's Edge. And woo, this is a good one. And I'll try to, give as much detail as I can. Because Galaxy's Edge was a lot. But let's just start. So, I actually went to Galaxy's Edge. I was part of the first pool for the Test and Adjust team. And what Test and Adjust really is, because I know a lot of people are like, okay, what's Test and Adjust? Like, you get to go over there, but what? So, Test and Adjust is essentially a role where you get to go to new attractions. Sometimes it's new food locations. It really just depends. But in this case, obviously, attractions. As we were opening up a brand new land. And you literally work alongside the Imagineers, engineers, contractors, all these other teams to help bring the rides to life and get them prepared for opening day. Or, you know, sometimes you can be a test and adjust for a ride that's going through a major refurbishment. Something like Star Tours, whenever it went to Star Tours like 2.0 with the Adventures Continue, where they added the new scenes and all that. That's how to test and adjust as well. So things like that. But I went to Galaxy's Edge for Smugglers Run and Rise of the Resistance. And yeah, you just go over there and you work with these teams, and you know there's certain procedures and certain things that you're doing to test out the ride. Essentially, like you're testing everything that you can about this ride to get it prepared and ready for opening. Well, like I said, I went over there in July of 2018, and I was there for a year, all the way up to July, the end of July of 2019, and that's when I left for the Disney Vacation Club. But I was part of the first pool. There was 30 of us that got pulled to go over there, and it was really exciting. I mean, I remember I was coordinating Rock and Roller Coaster that day. I got a call from one of my friends who was told early that he was going to get it, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to come down here to, you know, like our main office area where their leaders are." And he's like, "I need you to come down here. I need your help." And I said, "Okay, like I'm working on something. I'll be there in just a little bit." And I get another call, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to come, like, right now." So I was like, "Okay." And then the leader was like, "Yeah, I think, you know, so-and-so," I don't want to say his name, so-and-so is going to have you work on some kind of one of his projects. Because this cast member worked on a lot of projects. He did a lot of things, not projects as in, like, rides, but, like, stuff for the area. He'd throw, like, Halloween parties for the Sunset area. So, you know, I was going down there and I was like, what kind of project has he what did he volunteer me to do? And then we're all sitting in a room. It's me, him, and a couple other cast members. And, you know, we had a couple leaders from the Test and Adjust team come by, and they were like, "So, do you guys know why you're here?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "You guys are all part of the Test and Adjust team for Galaxy's Edge." And we were all like, "What?" It was such a cool moment, and it was one of those, like, wow. I mean, Galaxy's Edge, you know, at this time, there's so many unknowns about it. Like, we had concept art and stuff, but there's just so much that we didn't know, and it's so exciting because it's such an ambitious and, like, amazing project to be a part of. It's so huge, and what the Star Wars and what it means to, like, me and, like, many other people, and, like, getting a chance to be a part of that and bringing that to life, I was like, this is an experience that I could not pass up. And to be part of the Test and Adjust team, it's not as easy as it may seem. So whenever Disney's looking for cast members, you have to sign up for it first and foremost. But you also have to express interest to your leaders. Like, I had to go up to my leaders and talk about it, and, you know, tell them why I wanted this project, all the way up to the proprietor, and kind of discuss that with them. It wasn't really so much of an interview, really, but it kind of was, because your leaders and your proprietor of the area are the ones who choose if they're willing to send you or not to these projects. And luckily enough, my leaders gave me that opportunity to go over there and be a part of it, and it was just incredible. So after getting told that we were going over there, you know, there was like a couple of meetings set up and stuff that we had to do before we got to the actual land. And, you know, like I said, there was 30 of us, 30 in the entire Walt Disney World, for the first pool of cast members, which was amazing. I just remember walking into that room, and, like, I was seeing all these different people, and, you know, for me, I'm like, okay, this is some of the best of the best. Like, this is such a big project, and, like, they need some of the best cast members they can get that they think can handle this this role and stuff. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. And, you know, sure enough, that team of 30, basically almost everyone there was just incredible people, incredible cast members. So it was amazing to walk in that room and just, you know, see everyone's emotions and see everyone's excitement and whatnot. But they, you know, they came, the engineers came to the rooms, the leaders came to that room, we had some Imagineers as well. They kind of told us exactly, like, what's going on, kind of gave us a little bit of a, hey, this is what the rides are like, this is what you're going to be working on. And we're just like, when they told us what Rise of the Resistance was, like, we had this guy come in there, and he gave the full show from start to finish, with expressions and everything of, like, what that ride was. And I can't tell you how many jaws were dropping in that room as he continued to go on to the next part of the ride, and then this and then that. It was awesome. It was a really cool road. I mean, like I said, this time we had no idea what it was even about. We just, knew it was some big kind of Star Wars ride that was supposed to be amazing. And, just seeing him explain it with such enthusiasm made us even more excited. Well, later on that day, they're like, okay, we have a surprise for you. We're going to take you guys to the buildings, both attractions, so you can kind of see what's going on for today. So, of course, we went over there. We got to see the Falcon. We got to see Rise, and it was just so awesome. I mean, you're walking in the shells of these buildings and seeing some things already in place, and there was a long way to go at that point, but you could kind of tell what was going on, and it was like, this is going to be fun. So when the project was ready for us to start, because we didn't start for about another month or so after we were told in July. It was just like a little bit after, I think it was August or so, when we actually started on the project. But we all, had our assignments of where to go and where to be. And, what we first started on was Smugglers Run. Rise of Resistance at the time was just not ready to go just yet. It wasn't ready for us, any kind of testing. But so, like I said, Smugglers was open, and at this time. So here's the thing about Test and Just, is it's not really for everyone. And there was a point in time where I was like, I don't really know if I want to keep doing this. Like, if it's about like a week in, and I was like, I don't know, like this, I don't think this really is for me, because you're literally sitting there. I mean, Smugglers Run, not everything was closed in yet, and even when we closed in the attraction building, we didn't have AC for a good bit, so it was really hot, and we're talking about the middle of the summer, so it was just really hot. You're wearing pants, you're wearing a shirt, you're wearing a vest, you're wearing a hard hat, you're wearing glasses. Like, it's hot. It's really hot. But yeah, I mean, that's just what you had to do, and the first part of Smugglers Run, since the attraction wasn't ready to move itself, we literally sat there and guarded doors. We had to check, like, personnel, make sure that the right people were going where they should be going. It's very important that happened, because there's safety implications that that are involved with the whole thing. I mean, if someone goes into an area and they're not supposed to be there, any kind of motion could happen, and they might not know about it. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. So it's very important for us to make sure we check their badges and make sure they go to the right place. So a lot of the early parts of testing, I was just sitting on a chair, watching doors, making sure the right people were coming in, and listening for any unusual noises. It depends, but it was hard. I mean, you're literally sitting there, you're constantly having to like watch people in and out, check their tags, check this, check that, and it's really hot. So like I said, I didn't really know if it was for me. I really thought about it, and I was like, I might just leave this, because I just can't do this. And I was talking to one of my friends, and they're like, this is just like the early part. Like, once everything starts to like become more of a solid attraction, and some of these contractors go away, like it's going to be a lot of fun. They're like, just try to wait it out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I was like, okay. And I did, and eventually I loved it. I mean, it's sometimes things are hard at first, but you sometimes have to keep trying just to make sure that what you're doing, you're not leaving any stone unturned. And I would have regretted it if I would have left early, and knowing the things I know now, at least I would have regretted it. So it's been about a month at Smugglers Run, about a month and a half. Might have been a little bit longer, because it's really hard to think about the timeline now. But at that point, we kind of got split up in groups to Rise of the Resistance and Smugglers. And I was lucky enough that I got to be part of the split group where I got to do both. Because there were some cast members who never went back to Smugglers Run, and there were some cast members who never went over to Rise. And I was lucky enough I got to do both. So I split my time there, and when Rise was ready for us, I went over. And I mean, once Rise was open for us, I spent majority, maybe 90-95% of my time, probably 95% of my time at Rise. But I'd get a Smugglers Run, Test and Adjust shift here and there. And really, Rise was where I wanted to be. It was, I love the Millennium Falcon, and I love the idea of Smugglers Run, but Rise was just such a groundbreaking and incredible attraction that I was just like, I want to be a part of this. I really want to be a part of this. And, you know, Smugglers Run is amazing itself, and the technology behind it is amazing. And, you know, if you want to learn more about some of the ride systems, there's some documentaries on Disney Plus that show you behind the scenes at Galaxy's Edge, and it shows you Rise of Resistance, it shows you Smugglers Run. So there's stuff online to see behind the scenes and see like what it all looks like and how it works. So you can find stuff, you can find legitimate sources, and I would highly suggest go looking that up, because both attractions are amazing and complex, and just beautiful works of art, really, and how they work and how they're crafted. So like I said, I went over to Rise for most of my time after that, and when I went to Rise, at the point when I went to, it wasn't so much of just guarding doors anymore. Like, we were actually getting to do stuff and getting to, like, test and see procedures of the ride vehicles and ride components and all that. And it was amazing. I mean, just walking into that building and getting to walk the track and see, like, all the stuff everywhere and knowing what it looks like now. I mean, what's one of the coolest things is, there's a lot of times where I would literally just sit or stand and I'd be like, literally, no one can ever be in this spot again. No one will ever be able to be in this spot again, because I was where like a wall was going to be put up, or you know, an animatronic or anything like that. I was in places where just weren't going to be occupied by anything else ever again, and it was so cool. I mean, just sitting there and looking around and being like, okay, well, this is about to be a wall soon. And that was also a challenge, because every day new things would go up. So you would get into work one way, and you know, you'd have to leave it a different way, and the next day you come in, you'd have to enter it completely whole different way. And you know, that was a challenge to test and adjust every day, literally every day. It was like, okay, how do we get into the building today? And that's some of the things I didn't like about Test and Just as well, is, you know, I mean, it was just mud pits and, you know, lots of, like, debris and building material. And, like, you have to watch everything. There's vehicles coming in and out. Like, it's crazy. It's you have to be really cautious and be really safe, because anything can happen there. And that's not to say it's unsafe. It's just, it's a working environment, and there's a lot of moving parts, and you have to make sure you're being safe just like everyone else is. But I mean, we'd have to come in around fences and like step over like small trenches and all that just to get inside of a building, and get into a building at the time that had no AC, and it was just hot, and you're just like, ugh. But, you know, working at Rise, it was worth it. It was worth going in, because just seeing the whole place, like, come together. And it's cool. I mean, we saw things that weren't painted. And then I've seen painters there. I've seen them paint things. Especially at Smugglers Run, I saw a lot of that in the queue area. And I saw people building like certain parts of the wall. Like, I don't want to give too much away, because I don't know if anyone's watching this and has ridden Rise yet. So I'll do my best not to give any details of the ride or anything like that. But in the right before you go into the interrogation room, there's like the hallway where they kind of line you up, and I remember seeing them build those walls. I remember seeing them construct that, and you know, I remember when they installed the door in the interrogation rooms, and I know some little kind of like hidden things. There's some hidden trash cans throughout the queue. If you can ever find those, it's really cool. And then the building is just so massive, so freaking massive. One of my favorite things is, you know, we were able to kind of walk the entire building, because sometimes we had to get to certain spots that we needed to for testing. And I just remember literally going through all the catwalks and just finding where things are. And sometimes you get lost, and like the whole right side of the building in the catwalks, the top right, like closest to where the ITS lands. Of course, that whole vaulted ceiling, like there's nothing up there, but going to or to being interrogated up in that area, I was like, for the longest time I never went over there, and every time I did, I got lost. But there's two things about the catwalks that, you know, I absolutely love. Besides the fact that they lead places that you never thought they would lead to. Especially now, I'm like, oh, okay, I know where that goes. But one is, I remember going up and outside and being able to look off and see all of Galaxy's Edge being built below us and look at all the Hollywood studios and everything on top of that roof. And then, of course, I remember when we were testing one of the... Well, this is kind of giving it away. So you might want to fast forward just a little bit because I'm going to talk about it briefly. But on the drops, I remember being up in the motor rooms and like seeing those huge motors, and when it's like lifting up and down and just seeing all that. I mean, that was incredible. So powerful. It's like a Tower of Terror. I saw a Tower of Terror at the very top in the motor room as well, and that was actually one of the scariest things I've ever done, is being in the motor room at Tower of Terror, because it's so loud up there and you can feel like the whole building shaking. You can hear the lifts going up and down. It was crazy. So Rise was a lot of fun, and you know, there was times where in the winter it got really cold and we had to be outside, and then they eventually turned on the AC, and they had to, so they have to keep, you know, the equipment really cold, so that way, you know, there's no you know, issues that could be with the software, and like stuff has to stay cool. Essentially, everything needs to stay, like the moving parts need to stay cool. And the building would be so freaking cold. I mean, I'd be bundled up in long johns. I'd have long sleeve shirts on. I'd have 2 jackets. I'd have everything, and I was just freezing my butt off. I was freezing my butt off. That was one of the disadvantages. And in some places it was colder than others. I do not miss those cold spots at all. It was nice when you were in a warm spot or you were outside and then you got to go to the cold spot, but after 30 minutes you're like, okay, this sucks. And you'd be in a spot usually for about, you know, around 4 hours or so. So you'd be there for a while. A lot of the things that we got to test with the actual attraction itself was amazing. You know, we got to work the consoles, we got to send vehicles and move vehicles, and work on some of the more bigger moving parts of the attraction and test those. And literally we'd come in sometimes, they'd be like, okay, this is what we're doing today. We're just going to cycle vehicles on the lower floor for, you know, and see how long we can do it without having like an e-stop. And literally, that's kind of what testing is, you know, things you wouldn't even think of, they're having to do, because they're testing literally every inch of the attraction, everything that could ever possibly go wrong. They're trying to test that and make sure that everything aligns and kind of gets worked in, and you know, they figure out all the bugs that could happen beforehand, and of course just overall make sure everything is safe for our guests. So about a couple of months in, it was around December of 2018, the project decided to go to overnights. So basically my team was working overnights while the other teams worked like the day shifts. This was one of the hardest adjustments, something I really don't miss at all, because we'd be coming in sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes late at night, or often cases I came in at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's right, 3 a.m. I had to be at work and be awake and be ready to go and focused to be able to do my job for like 10 hours that day. It's hard. It's really hard. And getting up out of bed at that time sucks. Like, there's no way around it. It really sucks. So, you know, we did that for the longest time, but, you know, I eventually kind of got used to it. My body got more used to it, but it's so hard to eat. Eating, you know, sometimes I would be eating at 3 o'clock at night, because sometimes my shift would start at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock p.m. And, you know, our lunch, my lunch or dinner, whatever you'd want to call it, would be around like 2 or 3 a.m. And you're just not feeling it. Your stomach doesn't want to accept the food well. You don't, like, it's just not good. It was very hard. You know, try to have snacks and stuff here and there, but we couldn't really have snacks in the building. So when we took our lunch, that was kind of our time to eat and drink. So that was one of the more tougher parts of it, but it wasn't anything that couldn't really get through or overcome. But it was hard because, you know, not only just that, but your social life kind of goes down the drain. Amanda and I worked completely different shifts. I would come home, be up for an hour after I got home just to say hi to her and take her to work. Then I'd come back and I would sleep and I would sleep for a little less than 8 hours, and then I'd go pick up Amanda from work, because at the time we only had one car, and I'd pick her from work and bring her home, and we'd have a little bit of an evening together, a couple of hours together, and then I'd head straight back to work. And I did that for months and months and months. So that kind of wore on me, but you know, being there and being part of the team was worth it, but it was really hard. It was really hard, especially on our relationship, and we were just freshly engaged, and we had to go through that. And I never saw her for a couple of months straight, except just taking her to work. But otherwise, like, everything else in the project team is pretty rewarding. So fast forward a couple more months, and the ITS is ready to have a test and adjust cast on it as well. And that's where I spent most of my last bit of time with the project, was at the ITS. And that was basically my baby, because from start to almost finish, I was there and got to be a part of that. And that was part of the Rise team as well, but they would split us up into shifts, and I almost always worked ITS at that point. And ITS is so cool, seeing how it works as well. I don't want to give that away, but I believe you can see how it works online. But just being there and being part of that, there was like 3 or 4 of us on that team, and we all became really close, of course, and it was just cool. I mean, even the engineers we got to work with were amazing, and I really miss working with them. They were so much fun. It was a stress-free environment, because we really just, when things needed to be done, we would get it done, and then we'd have a lot of leisure time until, you know, we had to do some other things. So I really, really enjoyed my time at ITS. It was becoming summer, and, you know, the land was about to open up, and I did want to open the land. I wanted to be a coordinator, but at the time I was trying to advance my career to more of a leader. And unfortunately, some of the downsides with projects, and when you open a new land, is, you know, it's hard to kind of be developed, because a lot of the leaders and cast, everyone really involved, is focused on the daily operation and making sure everything's going smoothly, and really just focusing on that there's not really time to develop you and to, like, push you into more of a leadership type role. So I kind of knew that would be on the back burner, and being a leader is something like I want to be a manager. I want to be able to help develop cast. Like, that's my passion, is developing people to, best utilize their skills and to make them find their perfect fit in a job. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to be, a manager, a leader for Walt Disney World and Attractions. And that's what I wanted. So I knew that if I stayed with Galaxy's Edge for a while and I opened that land, that might not happen for a while. Let me just say, because I did get accepted. I did get opening team for the land. I applied for this. Is before I thought about maybe moving on to something else. I applied for opening team. I got opening team. I became a trainer as well for opening team for Rise of Resistance and Smugglers Run. And I'll get more into that in just a moment. But I wanted to open the land, but it's just really hard because, like I said, leader was my ultimate goal. And that's when I started looking elsewhere and seeing if there's another opportunity somewhere that can kind of grow more my business side, more of an office setting or administrative that I didn't have. And DVC was basically that. And of course, next week we'll talk about DVC, but I'm going to finish up a little bit right now about Galaxy's Edge, because I did get trainer, like I said, and I got opening team for the land. And I did train a lot of the cast for Smugglers Run before we opened it up for, like, the annual pass holder previews and cast member previews and all that. I trained a lot of the cast over there, and it's funny because I really didn't know what I was doing, because I stopped working shifts at Smugglers Run, I mean, way before they were doing test cycles. So the next time I went over there, I did get to go over there and ride it before any other kind of guest or any pass holders, any of that. I got to do a little test ride. But besides that, actually going over there and working a shift, it was months. So I was going over there like, hey, we want you to be a trainer here. And I was like, okay, great. I don't know what anything does here anymore, but okay, let's do this. And I kind of, worked with my fellow cast members and really try to lean on them and to be able to train the cast as well as I could for the attraction. And that was a cool experience. That was a challenging experience. One of the most challenging experiences I've ever had is learning attraction at the same time I'm having to teach it to someone else. And I'm very, 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 very prideful of my training, and I don't take it lightly. So I don't want to give a half, like a crap job. I want to give as best as I can. So that was really difficult for me, but it was a good challenge. It was a good challenge, and I feel like I did pretty well at it. And just being a part of the Test and Just team in general was amazing, and something that I get to look back on and seeing things that I got to see and doing things I got to do and then people I met. It's just incredible. I would never ever trade that experience ever again. And Test and Just was so much fun, but like I said, I was looking for a new opportunity to advance my career, and the overnights were wearing on me. I got down the point where I'm like, I'd never see Amanda anymore, and like, maybe I need to get out of this. I mean, the land was about to open and things were about to change as well, but it really started wearing on me mentally in the summer, where I was just like, I was just coming in and I was just a zombie, really, and I didn't like that. Like I said, Galaxy's Edge was amazing. Working on Rise was really a highlight, and I know it's hard to say what was my favorite between this and like Tower of Terror, and I said Tower of Terror because I got to play a character, but I mean, seeing the things and what you got to do on the Test and Adjust team was incredible, and I wish I could share more about the things I got to do and see, but there's an NDA that we did sign, and I don't like to ruin the magic. It doesn't matter if I'm with the company or not. I do like to keep it as some of the stuff a secret, because it's just sometimes it's better that way. And then also I'm very respectful of the company still. So I'm really surprised I didn't get many questions for my time on Galaxy's Edge, but Alan Z did ask me a question. And I'm going to tiptoe around this because I want to be careful with how I say it. He was basically asking, he said that, long story short, that he heard that there's going to be, like multiple options on Smugglers Run where you're not just doing the exact same mission over and over. And he asked me, is this true? Did I get to see it in person? I'll be careful with this because I know there's a lot of information out there already about this, and it's an interesting topic. But yes, it's true. There were or eventually will be more missions that we get to go to, and the reason why I feel confident saying this out loud is because whenever it was either D23 or some kind of expo, Disney showed a clip of Smugglers Run, and it was not the mission that we have now. And that could be just a demo or whatever, but they've mentioned before that, in various places, that it's not just going to be one mission, that the goal eventually is to have more missions. And without getting too much into the nitty-gritty, there eventually will be. I mean, Disney can change their mind and just keep it as one, but I think eventually you'll get more missions. And the idea, really, when the Star Wars Hotel opens up too, is, the more you come, like, Hondo is supposed to recognize that, you've been here before, and he's going to give you different missions, and especially if you're staying at the hotel, they really want to incorporate that whole land and tie it into one big story, and that you are the story, and this is your experience in Galaxy's Edge. So, yeah, eventually, we'll probably see some more scenes. I want to say something, but I just don't know if I can. I'll just say that I don't know a date. I don't know when it's going to happen, or, I truly don't know if it still will happen. But I will just say that I do remember talking to one of the programmers for Smugglers Run, and I remember what he told me about it, and some of the things we got to talk about and discuss about, the possibilities of the future, and it's pretty great. So I'll just leave it at that. Like I said, I'm really surprised I didn't get any other questions about my time at Galaxy's Edge, and if you guys are like, oh, I forgot, or maybe I have some now, go ahead and ask me, and leave a comment below, and I'll either answer it in this vlog, answer your questions in the comments, or I'll put it in the next week's vlog, because next week we're wrapping it up. We're going to be talking about my time at Disney Vacation Club and what I did there, and hopefully this week for this vlog was not really the best, in my opinion. They've been kind of meh the past 2 weeks, and I apologize for that. I know we went to to Magic Kingdom this week, but I just feel like this week was just not that great. So hopefully next week we have our anniversary, we have some fun stuff, so that'll be a lot better. And plus, this was probably a long vlog talking about my time at Galaxy's Edge, so that maybe made up for some of it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions in general, just comment below. We love hearing from you, and we love like talking and conversing, and it's, you know, it's fun. This is why we have this channel. So we'll see you guys next week.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on this adventure. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did making it. Make sure you subscribe here for more fun videos.
And don't forget to check out the previous video, which is right here. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and any other social media we have. We'll put the links below for that. Thanks again for watching.